Well, good afternoon, morning, evening to all you wisdom walkers out there, and those of you who are going to be wisdom walking or want to be wisdom walking. This is Jojopah, Maria, and Saroma coming to you with astrology for the week. And even though we're kind of close to the end of the week, it's an important enough astrology that I didn't want to not send it to you. And I've got 6 important aspects to share with you. One is major, the other one's kind of complemented, so I think that they're important, and definitely want you to have access to this information. Now, I'm also going to be sharing with you the elemental wisdom for the week because I didn't get a chance to do that from last week. So I'm going to give that to you too. But first, I'm going to take a moment and say hi to the people who are able to watch, because I just gave 15-minute message about I'm going live. So there's Michael Damon. Hey, Michael. I'm still smiling from that beautiful lunch we had yesterday. If anybody ever gets a chance here in Arizona to go to the farm at South Mountain, oh my God, what a great treat. Look it up, the farm at South Mountain. Unbelievable to have green grass and trees with shade in the desert. It was just beautiful. And we were there with Carmen Ray too, so it was fabulous. Facebook user, how are you? So good to see you as well. Thank you for tuning in. And let's see who else we have here. Facebook user too, Grand Rising. Yes, it is just wonderful, wonderful stuff. Somebody else says so. They agree. And Mike is saying, yes, it was so peaceful, so beautiful, so spirited, because yesterday was like considered one of the sweetest days that we had. So let me dive right into this. I'm going to share my screen. And see, I'm getting a little better at this, little better at this. Okay, so we started off on Friday with a mineral week. Yes. And this week's energy is all about remembering purpose. And as it says here in the sign, there's no way I was born just to pay bills. So this is a week to really, really begin to remember that you're here for a purpose, that you have something more to do than just to think that you're here, just to fit into somebody else's plan, to walk somebody else's path. You have your own path. You have your own unique way of being and doing. So it's really, really important this week to remember that and to feel that. So if you're not in alignment with what your purpose is, you're going to feel that, because it won't feel good. It won't feel good. And the mineral elements, and you can see some versions of them here, they're designed to connect with us and help us remember purpose. Of course, the biggest mineral resource you have is your skeleton, your bones. That's why there's that saying, I feel it in my bones. I know it in my bones, because that is our essential mineral. And of course, we now know scientifically about DNA being in there. So yes, you came coded, you came ready to be on purpose. And when we're not doing that, we will feel out of balance. So it's a wonderful week to really open up more to being on purpose, to be your purpose. And now, as you know, always, whenever we got something that we're supposed to be doing, we're going to get some distractions. So here's a distraction for this week you want to be looking out for. Choosing to stay in confusion, because confusion is a choice. Yes, it's something that will come over us, but we don't have to stay in it. So if you are feeling confused, open up to learning what it is you need to know to get out of that confusion. Engaging in melodramas. While I've been visiting friends here, I've got a chance to watch network television, because I don't have that. I just do streaming because of my time with stuff. So I haven't been watching shows, and I got to see one show, I think it was on Oprah's station. And Queen Sugar. And oh my God, there was so much melodrama going on. It wasn't funny. And so I realized that, there is this kind of soap opera conditioning that we're used to, but it needs to just stay in the soap opera, folks. We really don't need to be living our lives with all that melodrama, and you can really say no to it and you can avoid it. Other distraction, taking on problems and challenges that you have the ability to tackle, but which are not for you to do because they are not in alignment with your higher purpose. This is an important one. This is about discerning the use of our time and energy. And it's really important to learn this. I know personally, because ultimately the consequences will not be good. And even if you're trying to help somebody out, there are times when that's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to just maybe say something, but you step back and let them learn what they need to learn. Another huge distraction can be that fear of failure, which shuts us down from taking the necessary risk we have to take on our journey to becoming fully human, to becoming fully authentic in the truth of who we are. So just note that where you may be like sabotaging yourself, holding yourself back. And then last but not least, the procrastination. Yeah, just kind of being too afraid to even make an attempt, coming up with excuses for why you can't do it. Yeah, we know all about that stuff. So anyway, just be on the lookout for that. This will go until tomorrow. And then tomorrow we're going to be stepping into a water week. And I'll tell you more about that on Sunday through my live broadcast. But moving right into the astrology, the first aspect that we had was on the 27th, and that was Mercury going retrograde. Yeah. Now, Mercury retrograde does mean that there can be problems and issues around technical things, communication, miscommunication, misunderstanding. But the really big thing that happens is we're being asked to slow down and take time out. Like it says, stop now and think again. And, this retrograde, because it is aligned with Libra, Mercury right now is in Libra. Libra is all about balance. The big message here is that we get this opportunity to really get into a balance. And it's a focus on partnership and relationship balance. So a really, really wonderful aspect. I really, really like it. A really cool time for us to, really embrace, oh, okay, I'm getting some time out. And as it says here, it goes to October the 18th. So that means if you've got something that you're planning to put into action, you may want to just kind of wait. You might want to wait and give a chance for some other things to fall into place. And also for you to fall into place as you're beginning to think about, what it is you need to do. From one of my favorite astrologers, Gary Crawford, he did a whole thing on this, and I'll leave the link for his in the description box below my YouTube on this. But he calls it Mercury goes retrograde in Libra to help you recalibrate your relationships. And he says that this Mercury retrograde in Libra helps you recalibrate your relationships with old issues to bring about greater resolution. Yeah. He says, since Libra is an air sign, you'll be most effective by remaining flexible and agile while penetrating relational dynamics, gaining increased realization for adjustments that need to be made. While there may be some quickly moving currents of change to navigate, by the end of Mercury's period of being retrograde, you can recover a revitalized presence focused upon making steady progress on your goals. Yes, and that's what we like to hear. Yeah. So happy retrograde season. Remember, don't push at things. Really accept that this is a time out, a time to pause, reflect. You look back at the last quarter, what's been going on for you, since July, and really think about, okay, here's where I'm at, and now here's where I want to go. Yeah. Next, on the 29th, which was yesterday, like I said, the sweet, sweet day of this week, because we had not one but two trines, and trine is when the energy is flowing. So this first one is Venus and Scorpio trining Neptune and Pisces. So, Venus and Pisces, anytime they come together, because I'm Pisces, that's a good thing. That's a really sweet, good thing. So Venus right now is in Scorpio, stirring up trouble, and Neptune is retrograde in Pisces. And so all of that comes to mean that this 5-star day for love and creativity, this energy will touch our hearts, opening them up tenderly and compassionately. This will be an auspicious day for relaxing, being entertained, and indulging in our connections with other people. And Michael DeMond Carmen and I and his daughter had the most beautiful time connecting. And then Michael got another connection that he shared with us, another networking. So we really had the experience of the truth of this planetary alignment, just being that auspicious time for connecting, indulging in our connections. Yes, and I hope all of you who are listening in also experience that. It's just a really, really sweet, sweet planetary alignment. And then the next one that happened yesterday was Mars in Libra. I'm sorry, it's supposed to be the sun in Libra. I forgot to change that up. It's the sun in Libra trining Saturn in Aquarius. And we know Saturn being in Aquarius has been the big game changer for us moving into this age of Aquarius. And as it says here, achievement, victory, and recognition could now be at hand due to previous efforts. This is an excellent time for assessing your goals and ambitions and putting yourself out there to make them happen. So, that combination of those two trines yesterday. And again, it wasn't just that. The energy wasn't just for that day. It's energy that came in, and it's going to be with you because it's a generative energy. Anytime something is flowing, it generates things, right? And it's like, ripples in a pond. It moves out. So that energy will be there for us. And we really need to remember it, because today, here on the 30th, we have a square, and a square is always where the energy is tight. There's a tight energy, and this particular square is Venus and Scorpio squaring Saturn in Aquarius. The Uranus and Taurus, again, I forgot to blank that out from the title, but it's just with Saturn Aquarius. That's enough. Anyway, here's what it says about this one. It says, of all the square aspects, this is a sweet one, as both Venus and Jupiter are benevolent planets. This means they will be eager to indulge, have fun, and share our happiness with others. However, it would be wise to exert a bit of caution so we don't end up feeling taken advantage of, guilty, or hung over. Yeah, that Venus energy. So again, a square is like, and this is an unusual square, because it's a kind of crazy square. It's got this sweet energy is in there, but it's a caution because, again, the energy isn't moving. So you want to just be discerning, use your good common sense, and don't get taken advantage of. Yes. And then, last but not least for you, on Saturday, on Saturday, it is Saturday, will be the first. We get Mercury in Libra squaring Pluto in Capricorn. Now, very interesting about this, we had this exact same planetary aspect on September 22nd. So they're saying to you, if you think back to the 22nd and think back what was going on, what was that energy like, it can give you a hint as to, what this time on Saturday can be, because on Friday can be, because it's a little bit of the same kind of energy. Yeah. And this is unusual. It's unusual to have a planetary aspect show up in such a short period of time where they align in the same way. So as it says here, take the high road by maintaining an open mind and not arguing for the sake of it, because it can lead to a positive transformation of your intellect and communication style. So don't get caught up clashing, being in a power struggle and conflict, or trying to convince somebody that you're right, or stay with them trying to convince you they're right if you know they ain't. Again, stay out of the melodrama. That's the big message there. Yeah. Now, to end the week off on Saturday, we get Pluto in Capricorn showing up again, Venus and Scorpio showing up again, but this time it's a sextile. And a sextile isn't as flowing as a trine, but it's good. It's very, very good. We need sextiles. And this particular one, as it says here, our hunger for compassion, companionship, and intimacy will intensify greatly as we strive to take our relationships to a deeper emotional, sexual, and mental level. New unions will feel karmic in nature, while existing ones can feel a profound sense of connection. So this is a good time, again, in relationships and again, because we're in the Mercury retrograde, like I said, to really, take your time, sort things out, set some intentions, want things to be deeper, more authentic. Yeah. And that can be a very, very great help, a very, very great help for all of us. So let me get back to seeing you. I'm going to stop my share here. Okay. And here we go. We have this incredible time that we are in. It's so amazing. Such a powerful time. Let me jump back into my comments to see who else has shown up. I have a Facebook user saying, great morning. Yeah, somebody else on my time scope. Yeah. And somebody else who says, hello, Jojopah. Hello, Chalamant. I think it might be Tracy, who I still need to get in touch with. It's coming after I get back from Arizona. So, my dears, there you have it. I hope that you continue to end your week in a very high note, despite the Mercury retrograde, to really know that it is a time to pause. We've had this beautiful trining energy that happened on the 29th. Let that continue to work in your heart, to work for you. We got squares, always squares come up. And remember what I said in the last one, like this is us growing muscles to navigate through this age of Aquarius. So we get this beautiful flow, then we get a little tightness, then back to some flow, then back to some tightness. Yeah, exactly. So keep up the great work. Yes, it is Tracy. Hey, Tracy. Again, I will get in touch with you when I get back to California. But in the meantime, everybody, please be well, be safe. Avoid perceived safety. Use the sign safety when moving about. Wear those masks if you can. If you can't, just really do more to keep your immune system really strengthened and strong. I love you all and have a beautiful rest of your day. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.